Good day peeps, me again Denner, and today I'm gonna discuss with you how not to crash or how to avoid flyaways of your drone. So stay tuned. So yes, marami na ako nababalita mga flyaways ng drones, whether it be a Phantom, Mavic, especially Spark, kasi Spark is the most affordable one, and you can even fly without the remote and just a phone or even hand gesture. But the problem is, ang dami ko na nakikita sa forums na nawawala ng mga drones. So maybe these tips I can give you based on my experience. Hindi ito sobrang professional review, but this is based on my experience of droning since 2015. What are the things to consider first? So number one, practice muna on toy grade quads. Toy grade quads, ibig sabihin ito yung mga SIMA. Buy a very cheap quadcopter. Kahit itong mga SIMA X5C, mga parang 4,000, 5,000 pesos or even lower, 2,000, or even the Tello, DJI Tello. Try and practice muna, familiarize with flying, especially the orientation. If it's facing you left, right, kasi yun yung number one, the control. So iba kasi yung maneuverability, especially when it's facing towards you. So to be familiarized with flying, mag-toy grade muna kayo. Kahit bumagsak niya, mag-fly away yan. At least medyo minimal cost. And it happened to me twice on this SIMA and was able to regain it. Practice with toy grade quads, yan ang number one. Kasi even my 10-year-old daughter, she was able to fly a drone and flip this toy baby very swiftly. Next, manual. Of course, importante ang manual. Yes, meron po yan sa DJI Go app. You can go to the settings here and then you can even download the PDF. So of course, nag-update din sila. You have to read thoroughly. It will matter kasi pag di kayo nagbasa, yun ang problema. But for now, this is all about crashes and flyaways kasi it happened to me and it can happen to you. Kaya, para maiwasan yung mga flyaways, read the manual carefully. Third, settings and pre-flight checks. Importante yan. Example, you already are familiar with connecting and then, of course, dapat fully charged. Always check the props, if it's okay, and then yung battery, if it's 100%, the gimbal, the IMU or the gyroscope, pakita ko sa inyo on how to check on that. And of course, yung batteries ng remote or ng phone. And yung compatibility as well. So, check nyo yung compatibility ng phone. It will matter also. Kasi nakalagay naman doon kung ano talaga yung nagmamatter. For now, I'm using the iPhone X. Basically, yung mga medyo latest processors, yung mga mabibilis. Yung mga Samsung Edge 9, S9, yeah, Samsung S9 or that. So it depends on how the specs can cater ng DJI. But for now, for me, the best talaga is iOS, iPhone, iPad are some of the best way to fly with your drone. So, ako nga kailangan ko pa mag-upgrade ng phone para lang ma-cater sa Spark before because I'm using an iPhone 5 pero now, ang ship tuloy ako. Very timely pinag-ship na ako ng iPhone. Okay, you read the manual. Of course, yung actual settings. Ito yung mga importante points na kailangan yung i-check yung settings ng aircraft and remote. So it's always practice to check the motors, propellers, to see if walang obstruction sa motors. May dust, i-clean nyo lang yan. And then check if the blades are also okay. Also the battery level. So this one, that's the best. So don't fly na. Also, nalilimutan ko rin yung SD card. So always check yung SD card kasi sayang naman yung lipad mo Polaris SD card. Check everything, gimbal, kung yung sensor mo, vision positioning system mo is okay, wala masyadong dust. So always check properly working and the lights are turning on and the obstacle avoidance ay walang hindrance. Everything is working. Okay, so of course yung firmware update ng RC phone or even the software is optional. It's up to you. As long as still working, it's up to you if you like to update. But these things are tested. So I think it's okay to do a firmware update kasi sure naman yan na na-test na nila yan before they will make you fly. So yeah, it's very obvious that the firmwares are updated and tested to any drone. So don't be afraid to update if you really like to update. You can also go to this bar There's DJI Academy, and that's the flight records, and Find My Drone. Those things are very useful mamaya. So sa Academy, dyan yung makikita yung pwede kayo mag-simulate, and then you can download all the manuals, even the flight tutorials. Meron sila mga videos. All of this here. Kung gusto nyo ibisitahin yan, nasa app nyo na rin yan. So again, you go here on the toolbars here. Okay, so ano yung mga kailangan nyo makita pa sa app nyo na importante? So, go to the equipment, start to flight. If you click this, ito yung pinaka-importanting part is to check the aircraft status. Kung normal ba siya. So, ito, tulad nito, kailangan mo daw i-update. So, like I said, optional yan. Yung flight mode is ATTI. Dependent kasi GPS. And then, yung maximum flight mo, makikita mo dito, 500 meters. Ang max flight distance mo ay 5,000 meters. So, ito yon. So, importante i-calibrate nyo to. So, very familiar na siguro kayo dito, yung sasayaw kayo, iikot-ikot kayo. Makikita nyo yan sa drone nyo. Of course, the IMU, ito yung importante. Ito yung gyroscope tsaka yung accelerometer mo. Dapat normal din yan. Yung mga ESC, electronics, dapat normal. So, vision sensors. As long as this is okay, you're good to go. One important factor is to check yung function and see. Ano ba yung function and see? So, ang notice nyo, very handy to, lalo na pag mag-fly away ang drone nyo. Number one is the function. You have the option na mag-toggle ng map, mag-clear ng flight route. Ako, importante is the battery info. I don't know to you, pero ako, battery info talaga kasi gusto ko makita kagad yung status ng battery ko kahit may indicator na. Second most useful is the toggle map live view. So, why? Kasi nga, kapag nag-live view ako, I can easily press the function key para mag-check ng battery. And then, yung custom key ko, which is this one, the C, magtatagal sa map view ko. So, maglo-load ako ng map syempre. If you have LTE connection or data, or pwede mo na i-download yung map mo, at least you know where your quadcopter is at madali siyang hanapin in case mag-fly away. So, these are the two main important na kailangan ko sa settings ko. So, you can also check that here dito sa remote. But for now, this is the two important thing. So, you can even choose other stuff like AE lock, yung auto exposure lock, unlock. Usually sa mga cameras na yan. So, gimbal, FPV mo, and the toggle vibe. I'm telling you, ito talaga nag-survive sa akin yan. So, some of the two remote control settings that the function keys that I use. Okay, and of course, yung green. Kapag narinig yung sweet voice na home point being updated,
the home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
That's the sweet voice. That's as long as you have achieved maybe 7 to 8, 13, as long as mag-green ito, okay na siya. Okay, so one useful tip also guys is to yung check nyo yung sa ATTI. Importante yung parameters na to, yung main controller settings. Pag return to home, nagka-problem ka, the aircraft will ascend to the preset RTH or return to home altitude. So, ibig sabihin po niyan, kung ano yung sinet mo, alamin nyo yung surroundings nyo. So, example, if you flew mas mataas, mas maganda. Especially if malapit kayo sa buildings or sa trees na more than that dapat. So, example, the tree is 20 meters. So, gawin yung mga 30 o 50 meters. Okay, so example, yung sa RTH na 50 meters na set ko. So example, ito yung building. So this is 30 meters high, yung building. Then the tree is like 10 meters high. And then dito ka, nag-flew ka dito ng drone mo. So ito ikaw, pinilipad mo yung drone mo over and then somewhere there. And then bang! Suddenly, nawalan disconnect, na-disconnect ka. So let's say bumaba ka ng konti dito. So ang gagawin ni drone, the drone will ascend 50 meters before returning to home. Kasi pag hindi mo ginawa yung 50 meters, babangga siya dito sa building, babangga siya dito sa puno. Kung current altitude lang yung ginagawa nyo, let's say 10 meters lang yung flight mo dito, then suddenly you go back, patay ka, babangga yung drone mo sa building, obviously. Sabi nila may enable obstacle avoidance siya, the way you flew it, susundan din daw niya yon kung ano yung height, then yung mga obstacle, gano'n. Pero never ko pang natatry yun at ayokong i-risk sa aking Spark. If you guys tried it, then that's good. And that's one thing na you have to set. If nagre-return to home at the current altitude, iba-bypass niya yung
50. So, example, 10 meters lang yung altitude niya, then magre-return to home siya ng 10 meters lang, which is minsan dangerous, lalo na kung marami obstacle. Enable dynamic home point, maganda rin itong feature kasi yung aircraft will continuously update the home point kung saan yung position nung remote. So, kahit yung person, itatrack niya lang na itatrack yung dynamic home point niya kapag naka-active track. So, the home point will not update if the aircraft GPS signal is weak. So, there are two options ng home point settings. Ito, importante ito. Isa yung home point, set the current aircraft position as the home point. And then, pwede din sa mobile GPS signal, ito yon. Yung if you have the remote, dun pupunta yung drone mo, dun siya babalik. Diyan magpe-play ng role yung map kasi yung map will determine talaga yung home point mo. So, kapag nagkaroon na ng H dyan and then green, you can fly it. Pwede ka rin mag-sports mode. Pero ito ay medyo mabilis i-control at ideally sa mga FPV racers yon yung sports mode. So, there's the sports mode right there. Ewan ko, kita nyo. So, if you switch it hindi gagana yung obstacle avoidance ng craft nyo. So, medyo delikado rin siya to fly. But, still, that's the one way. If you like to fly without any GPS, you can also try sports mode. Pero, still, it's dangerous unless you are really know how to fly your craft na. You also have the option to choose the beginner mode. So, kung gusto nyo yung beginner mode, ito yon. Click mo lang yan. So, restricted lang ang radius mo ng 30 meters at yung speed niya mabagal din. So, yun lang yung purpose niya. Kung beginner mode, I suggest you really do this first kung talagang wala pa kayong knowledge sa pag-fly. Enable flight max distance ko is naka-enable. Kung ayaw nyo talaga, pwede nyo na mababaan niya. Kasi hindi nyo naman necessary kailangan ilayo yung craft nyo. You can also set the max flight distance up to 8,000 pero ako 5,000 lang. And this is the important part, yung sensors. Ito yon yung calibration natin. So in the sensors, yung IMU, if you go to IMU and the compass, ito yung kailangan nyo i-calibrate once in a while, hindi naman often. So as long as the IMU is okay, ito yung accelerometer tsaka yung gyroscope, you see green siya, so it means okay siya. You can still calibrate it by pressing the calibrate. Pero for now, it's, you see, sabi niya excellent. So, yeah, I think there's no need to adjust the settings. And then the compass. So, dito talaga nakaka-problem. Ang compass naman, pagka may metal objects, lalo na sa bridge, steel bridges sa tulay, mga signals, malaki talaga yan. Nangyari sa akin yan, yung nagpalipad ako sa hotel, grabe, yung disconnection talaga, napaka-abrupt, ang bilis mawala. So, yeah, you have to be careful. So, always pay attention to details dun sa mga, actually, ito lang, yung compass, and then, compass and IMU if you really like to calibrate when necessary na lang. So ito yon sa main controller settings. And then, kung gusto nyo yung enable yung obstacle avoidance nyo, self-explanatory na po iba dyan. Di ko na siguro i-explain yan. Ito yung Wi-Fi settings. Tingnan nyo kung good yung signal nyo. The lower, the better. Stable. Pag pula and stable. So, automatic naman yung ina-assign ni DJI. And then, battery, camera, gimbal, kung gusto nyo FPV or follow. Okay sa inyo yung metric system is kilometers per hour or miles per hour. It's up to you. You're about to fly your drone na. Okay, sa area naman tayo pupunta. Area. Before flying a drone, you have to ask permission. Always ask, huwag kayong mahiya, always ask permission sa guard. Pag sinabing ayaw, huwag nyo nang pilitin. Diba nagni-ninja moves, sometimes I do it myself, nagni-ninja moves din ako, lalo kung maganda talaga yung place. Pero sometimes we have to respect the law of that place, kasi private property. If it's an open property, wala naman talaga nakalagay, then that's good. Still, magpaalam tayo ng maayos doon sa area. It happened to me once, I flew agad, then sabi bawal, so I dropped it. And there are reasons for that, kasi may mga accidents na nangyari, so yun yung mahirap pagka may mga pasaway din na flyers. Number one is to obtain the good satellite. Yan talaga yung number one. Good satellite. Make sure yung home point is updated. If the home point is not updated, patay tayo dyan. Dapat yung sweet voice na home point. The home point is updated. Yun. Music to my ears yun. Maganda pakinggan yan. It's good to fly your drone. What if nag-disconnect talaga ang drone? So, kung may remote ka, you can still gain control of it. May video ako na you can still gain control kahit na mag-disconnect siya. Don't panic. Yun yung number one po talaga. Huwag kayong mag-panic kasi kakabahan talaga tayo. Kahit sinong tao. I know there are some people who are really scared. And eventually, click nyo na lang yung return to home function kung talagang gusto niya nang mag-return to home, which is this one, the button, home. Magtiwala lang kayo, babalik yan. Kapag hindi niya talaga bumalik, then we can do the Find My Drone. Ideally, ako, para save 20% yung battery ko, nire-return home na, nakaset na yung return to home ko. or magba-battery warning na. So at least I still have 10% to regain my drone back. Find a spotter. It's always a good time to find a spotter kasi yung spotter nyo, good way of bonding yan. Sama nyo yung kids mo, asawa mo, mami, samahan mo naman ako, i-check natin yung drone mo. Pero sa totoo lang, siya yung magiging spotter. Mami, to, habang nakafocus ka sa telemetry mo or sa monitor mo, the wife or the kids can monitor the quad where it is. Or vice versa. Ikaw ang titingin sa quad, yung spotter mo titingin doon. As long as ma-complement there's a spotter, at least you know where to find your drone. So find a good spotter with you. Interference, metal, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, talagang ilayo nyo. Magdi-disconnect talaga siya. Ideally, lumayo na kayo. If not, fly at your own pace. Also, maglagay din tayo ng propeller. Alam ko pangit tingnan yung propeller guards. For me, very safe. Alam niyo kung bakit? Bakit kailangan? Number one, bird attacks. Bird attacks talaga. Territorial yan. Pag nakakita ng ingay yan, lalo na near sa puno nila, very lalabanan talaga nito. Lalo na yung mga lawin, agila, uwak, lumalapit yan. Yung mga sparrows, sometimes even the doves. Doon sa flight ko sa Liliw, grabe ang dami. Pero umiikot lang sila. Madali man, meron pa rin kayong prop guards. Hindi nyo rin ma-harm yung birds. At the same time, baka hindi rin ma-harm yung drone nyo. Very, very helpful yung prop guards. And also sa tao. Number one, pa-fly din kayo sa tao at makulit man lang tayo, nag-fly din tayo sa tao. Eventually, meron akong last news na nakita, nag-chop na hiwa yung lips ng bata, so nakakaawa. So, yeah, eventually, may obstacle avoidance naman siya, hindi na talaga nalalapit. But still, if naka-sports mode ka, nalapit mo sa tao, nakakahiwa talaga siya. With the prop guards, safe ka pa rin, lalo na sa beginners. Ideally, it's designed to be like that. Pangit tingnan, pero if safety ang pag-uusap, go tayo sa prop guards. Okay, so last nga, yung aking advice is don't panic. Yun na lang ang last option. Kasi pag nagpanic ka, nawawala na yung isip mo, nagkakagulo na. As long as you control, lalo na kung may remote ka, you can still gain control. Ideally, sa devices ng Wi-Fi, lalo na ang phone, huwag nyo nang ilayo. Quick shot na lang kayo, rocket, or yung Helix, or drone. You have to be careful sa phone, lalo na sa phone. It depende sa phone, lalo na yung mga Android phones. Ideally sa iOS medyo okay, pero medyo may risk, lalo na yung gesture mode, wala kang. If you have to do it, I suggest you buy the remote. Iba talaga yung may remote. Mas safe po siya pagka may remote po tayo. Hindi ako nag-second thoughts on not having the remote kasi importante po talaga. Last thing, so if you're gonna do the quick shots, sample, we're gonna do a drone, which is yung drone will go back, shot at you at a certain meter. So the drone is taking a picture of you going back, and then suddenly may puno. Don't forget to press the pause button. Importante yan. Kasi the pause button will be of great help to cancel any flights ongoing, especially yung mga quick shots, drone, Helix. It will stop in mid-air and you gain time to control it back. Don't panic. Press this one. Napaka-useful sa akin yan. Okay, kung babalikan natin, again, to avoid flyaways or crashes, number one, if you can buy a toy quadcopter, buy na kayo to practice muna. Ideally, mas cheaper, mas masira, mas less worries kayo kasi price yung iniisip kagad natin kapag sa drone, lalo na yung mga DJI. So, invest on a toy quadcopter before jumping in. Read the manual. Read the manual, ha? After reading the manuals, check nyo mabuti yung settings. Do a pre-flight check. Kung may problema ang prop guards, motors, or anything na may calibration needed like IMU and compass. So, yung settings mo, like I said, the RTH, the maps, yun, importante yun. Know your software as well, the telemetry. After the settings, yung home point, importante yung home point setting. 7 to 13 satellites, as long as green, mas okay tayo. Minsan nga nawawala pa rin siya in mid-air. And last would be the area. So, kailangan talaga yung area natin clear of all dangers as much as possible. Beginner ka, open field, with a spotter, with your wife, with your kids, or kaibigan, barkada, tropa, girlfriend, boyfriend, anyone. As long as there's a spotter, mas kampante ka. It will be the prop guards, safety first, yung mga bird strike, to avoid bird strikes pag mangga sa building. Last na, and not the least, don't panic. Pero as long as you're calm, you can gain control, you can still gain control. Watch the map, importante yung map. You click on the map, mag-toggle map lang kayo para magpunta sa live toggle map. At least you can return the quadcopter safely. Batteries, also the settings, updating firmware. If it's a big fix, then mag-update na kayo. So okay, lastly, Find My Drone. Tuturo ko sa inyo yung Find My Drone. Okay, so example lang, nawala yung disconnection drone nyo, then he return to home someplace na you don't know. As long as may battery pa yung drone nyo, you can still recover that kasi may GPS pa nagpa-function yun. And you can go to DJI, go to this one, and then click Find My Drone. huwag kayong mawala ng pag-asa. You can still find it, and then if there's a missing duration, can clearly see where the actual drone is. If you zoom in, as long as may battery kayo, Find My Drone ang last option natin to check if ma-recover nyo pa. So, if sa tubig, patay na tayo, wala na tayong magagawa dyan.
May mga other obvious reasons din kung bakit kayo hindi pwede magpalipad. Pag maraming ibon, wag nyo na rin liparin. Kapag nasa ilog, may tubig, wag na rin kayo magpalipad, lalo na kung beginner's mode kayo. To avoid the risk, doon na lang kayo sa playing field where you can still recover the drone. Really, your confidence level you will grow up. Tinan mo ko, 2015, ang dami ko pa rin na-experience na crashes. Usually pilot error talaga. I think these tips are some of the most important things that will make you a better pilot. There are also some considerations yung no-fly zones, especially if DJI blocked that map. Airstrips, hindi talaga pwede magpalipad. The map will already say that it's a no-fly zone. Do not fly at night. It's also not permitted not to fly at night based on the CAAP law. Fly at your own risk. And ideally, wag na tayong mag-go beyond. Some people modify their DJI, their quadcopter just to reach the highest altitude level and the longest. It can reach to 30 kilometers, 15 kilometers forth and back. Grabe. Of course, we will still respect the rules of the CAAP dito sa Pilipinas, yung CAAP rules natin. Kahit na below 7 kilograms, respect din natin yung mga tao sa paligid natin and the places na papaliparan po natin. Sana na-cover ko po lahat, some of the tips. For me, it's just a hobby. I hope I was able to impart this and hope you have a great flight flying your Spark or any DJI drone that you have. Sana nakapag-contribute ako. And please do subscribe to my channel, to Denner Vlogs. And I also have the Pinoy Droner channel. Doon sa mga rock clips ko, kung gusto niyo makita, subscribe lang kayo. And peace! Thank you very much.
Please subscribe to my channel by clicking on the button on the upper left and on the lower right. Peace. Bye.